Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to another little episode of Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. I guess you can tell what I'm doing. No, I'm not sneaking on somebody else's place. I'm on my own. We having to put up some postage signs on our farm. I guess it's just a sign of the times. I mean, it's a good thing to post your boundaries and fence in your property and all that, and another way it's kind of sad that you got to do it. But when we bought this property several years back, the back 2 acres really wasn't fenced in. There's a swamp behind us, very little access on either left and right. One side of the property was fenced in. The other side just had an old existing barbed wire fence that's pretty much fallen down. And just a little bit of our back had some of that old barbed wire on it too. And it's never been an issue. I don't go on nobody else's property. Most folks don't go on yours. But had a little instance the other week, 2 back. I was going to walk back on my place and maybe do a little hunting. And I thought I'd be smart and get ready to do it today, but come back in a day or 2 later and hunt. So I took my leaf blower, come out here and blowed me a little path in the leaves where it'd be nice and quiet. And as I got down to about to where I was going to sit and maybe shoot a squirrel, I uncovered hypodermic needles. And we're out in the country. And that's sad. They had never been there. I've been on this property now for over 16 years. And we've never had nothing like that on our place. And it's 1,000 wonders I just didn't walk down there and take my hand and brush the leaves out from under the tree and sit down like I normally do. I could have got stabbed. And we don't know what kind of dope was in that stuff. Found 3 needles. A couple of them was covered, one of them wasn't. A few days later, after I disposed of them, I actually had to call the law and just ask them to take care of them for me because I didn't want to throw them in the garbage and some innocent person at the dump gets stuck. But a couple days later, we had a bad rain, real heavy. And our property has a little slope to it. Went back around that same tree area and doggone if they ain't 3 more. And they wasn't fresh, they'd been there a while, they just got covered up in the leaves. So I've been doing a little research and it looks like we fixing to have to do some fencing. Quick as me and the good Lord and the time and the money can get together. But in the meantime, as you can tell, let me turn the camera around. I have had a little bit of survey experience. Done it a couple times in my life. So I found the corner pins of our land, the old existing fence line, and shot me a line. And so now I'm going about every 30 yards, 40 yards. I'm putting up a postage sign, and according to Alabama law, to save me money on a bunch of signs, or in case I really didn't want a fence, the law has been passed several years back that you can take a purple can of paint and ring your trees, and that's supposed to be just as good as a fence line as far as people being warned that this is private property and to stay off. So, not sure how good we can see everything. Let me see if I can enlarge this a little bit where y'all can see yeah, right there. Through my jungle of vines, there's about 30, 40 yards away. And in between the old existing fence posts, I've been kind of daubing them just as a form of boundary line. And all the way back here, next to this little creek that runs right by the back of my property, but it's not mine, so I ain't getting on their land. I traced it down. There's the corner pin to our lot. And that shows right there where my property ends, kind of coming this way and shooting that away. So that's not my tree. I ain't claiming it. But I just put that daub up there so as I walk this fence line till I can get a proper fence up, I can see that with my old naked eyeball. And right here on my tree on the inside of this, put another daub. And it's going to take me a day or two. I have a lot of other things I need to do. I won't be able to get it all done today because I'm going to have to take my machete, chainsaw, and clear it. But property goes back up that way toward the side of our house. And I got old Missy Boone out here playing watchdog with me. She's ready to jump on any ferocious squirrel that might sneak up on me while I'm trying to do this. All right, good girl, you stay. But anyway, folks, it's a sad state of the world when you got to do this kind of stuff. And I mean, I understand the old saying, good fences make good neighbors, and that's nice, that's good, I'm fine with all that. But when it gets to the point you're back here, you're outside the city limits, you're out in the county, and literally all the way around me, let's take a little tour. I'm gonna walk about 360. All this is basically a hardwood bottom and a little swamp. And some idiot had to come on my place. I hope it was in the middle of the night. I hope he wasn't brave enough to do it in daytime. To try to stick stuff in his arms and get high. That's terrible. I mean, if you just got to do that stuff, I feel sorry for you. But y'all at least had the courtesy to just stay home. I mean, we don't have a homeless community out here. This is out in the country. People work, people farm. You know, you just don't have that kind of stuff out here right now, thank goodness. But I just thought I'd make this video not so much for putting up a fence or putting posted signs up, but mainly to caution y'all. I don't know where everybody's from. I don't know where everybody lives. I don't know what you got going on in your neighborhoods or out in the country where you're at. But watch yourself, folks. I mean, this is the last place on earth that I would have ever thought I'd have to worry about getting stabbed with some drug addict's needle. Just because I want to sit on the ground under a tree on my back end of my farm. And thank goodness I don't have any small children or grandkids. So let this be a warning to y'all. I ain't saying stay out of the woods. I ain't saying go behind your place and, you know, avoid things like that. But as adults, keep your eyes open. And even though it's your land and you've been out there and you think you got it where nobody will bother you, if somebody walked this far in, I mean, they desperate. So be careful. I certainly am glad that I didn't get stuck, or that my children, who are now grown men, they wasn't little out here playing like they have done in the past to get hurt. I mean, it'd be terrible to wind up dying or disease when you're not into drugs and you're just walking in the woods. So that's the ugly part of it. Let's remember that, folks, but let's don't delve on it too much, because life's too good to think about all this ugly stuff all the time. We got enough problems. But thank y'all for watching. Just thought I'd put this out there as a little heads up to everybody. Keep your eyes open. You ain't only got to worry about a snake or alligator or coyote. Watch out for things you'd never think wind up on your land. And if it'll happen at your house, it could definitely happen on your hunting property. So keep your eyes open there. But till next time, hopefully y'all like these videos. We enjoy making them. We just broke over 100 subscribers the other day. Thank y'all. Look forward to many more videos, visiting with y'all, and hopefully we'll start seeing the subscribers click up. So if you like the stuff, hit like, hit subscribe, tell everybody. Until next time, good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise. We'll see y'all down the road. Check y'all out later. Thank you. All right, Boom. You ready to go to the house? Let's ease up there.